would describe as a perfect show of solidarity. The former DG of BPP, in the person of Engineer Emeka Eze, is also here present with us. Sir, we recognize your highly esteemed presence. Thank you for honoring us. We appreciate you, sir.
Time and time we've tried to get through 1, 2, 3, and...
Senator Ibrahim Hassan Hadija, representing the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Please, may we all rise for the national anthem, please. The national anthem. Thank you so much. Please, may we be seated. The Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, most distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, ably represented by one of the most hardworking civil servants that I have personally known and come across. A versatile gentleman, a lawyer, banker, a legislator, former deputy governor, a man who wears many caps. Indeed, if you've crossed paths with this man, you will just know that he is almost a genius. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing the Deputy Chief of Staff to Mr. President, the person of most distinguished Senator Ibrahim Hassan Hadija. Your Excellency, thank you for joining us. Please, a round of applause for him. We've long appreciated and taken long protocols before you stepped in, Mr. Vice President, being represented here, sir. But may I just quickly also represent the Director General of the BPP, and of course, most of the MDs, Chief Executives, here represented too. We have the AIG here, representing the Inspector General of Police, and a host of others whom we've taken time to recognize, Your Excellency, sir. And so, with your kind permission, we'll proceed formally with this event. On behalf of His Excellency, the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, it is my distinct honor to welcome you all to this historic convocation of the Nigerian Procurement Certificate Program 2026. Today marks a significant milestone in our nation's journey towards building a transparent, efficient, and accountable public procurement system, which has been a cornerstone of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda. The Renewed Hope agenda is our commitment to rebuild Nigeria through institutional strengthening, fiscal responsibility, and human capital development. The professionals we celebrate today embody this vision. They are the trained hands that will ensure every naira of public expenditure delivers maximum value to the Nigerian people. The convocation is therefore a reaffirmation of our collective resolve to enthrone excellence, transparency, and professionalism in the management of our Commonwealth. As we proceed with this program today, let us do so with the understanding that every certificate awarded today is a building block in the Nigeria of our dreams, a nation where hope is renewed, opportunities abound, and prosperity is shared by all. My name is Stanley Nkwocha, and I humbly serve as the Senior Special Assistant to the President of Media and Communications in the Office of the Vice President. And so, with the permission of His Excellency, Mr. Vice President, here being represented, may I, without much ado, proceed to now invite the Director General of the Bureau of Public Procurement, Dr. Adebowale Adedokun, ACFE, for his welcome address. But before that, Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, there is a video that will be ushering us into what we're here gathered for. That video, this video will now formally set the setting for the DG to come make his welcome address. With your kind permission, Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, being represented, may we please watch this video. It's a montage on Nigerian Procurement Certification Program from concept to certification. Your Excellency, sir.
Historically, Nigeria's public procurement system has faced significant challenges that limited its effectiveness and efficiency. Issues such as inflated contract costs, poor project execution, and a shortage of trained procurement professionals have eroded public trust in the procurement process. To address these challenges, the federal government of Nigeria, through the Bureau of Public Procurement (BPP), in partnership with the World Bank and the National Universities Commission (NUC), introduced the Sustainable Procurement, Environmental and Social Standards Enhancement (SPESSE) project. This initiative was designed to strengthen procurement capacity and embed sustainability, transparency, and accountability across public and private sector procurement. A core objective of SPESSE is the development of the Nigeria Procurement Certification Portal, NPCP, a centralized digital platform for procurement training, examination, and professional certification. The portal serves as a national hub for building competency and standardizing procurement practice in Nigeria. Since its inception, SPESSE has delivered measurable impact through evidence-based skills benchmarking, strategic capacity development, digital innovation, and integration with centers of excellence established in leading Nigerian universities. These centers are now producing a steady pipeline of qualified procurement professionals, addressing the long-standing national capacity gap and the absence of structured academic pathways in procurement. Procurement lies at the heart of nation building, driving transparency, efficiency, value for money, and sustainable development. As custodian of procurement practice in Nigeria, the Bureau of Public Procurement leads this transformation, strengthening professional development, driving compliance, and deploying technology to support a new era of procurement excellence. At the core of this initiative is the Nigeria Procurement Certification Program, NPCP, an online, interactive platform built on the Nigeria Procurement Professional Competency Framework. The program assures competency and guides career advancement. It professionalizes procurement by ensuring that only certified practitioners drive public procurement activities. NPCP is structured into 4 progressive tiers. Tier 1 is Awareness, Design Procurement Associate. This is for beginners, building foundational understanding and observing what procurement entails. Tier 2 is Knowledge, focusing on procurement professional, developing theoretical grounding, concepts, principles, and core frameworks. Tier 3 is Skill, for advanced procurement professional, applying knowledge to solve real procurement problems and complete complex tasks. Tier 4 is Mastery. This is for procurement fellows, demonstrating expertise, leading teams, innovating, and shaping procurement strategy. Each stage reflects the competencies Nigeria needs to strengthen public service delivery. The Nigerian modules ensure local relevance, grounded in national laws, real case studies, ethical sourcing, and contemporary issues. The results speak for themselves. The total of people registered on the NPCP portal from August to November 2025 is 8,333. In the same period, 3,023 sat for the exam. Total that passed and certified are 2,075, representing 69% pass rate, and over 4,000 candidates are actively progressing through the system. SPESSE and BPP have built a certification framework for the nation. They have assessed competencies, partnered with global bodies like CIPS UK, delivered training nationwide, and launched a pioneering digital portal. In just one quarter, over 1,000 officers have been successfully certified. Through SPESSE and the Nigeria Procurement Certification Program, Nigeria is building a new generation of procurement professionals, equipped, certified, and ready to deliver value for the nation.
Wow. I think the BPP deserves a big round of applause. From concept to certification. And you'd agree with me that it takes just a brilliant mind to definitely marshal out this kind of vision. Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, ably represented by our very able DCOS. May I now have your singular permission now to invite forward Dr. Adebowale Adedokun, ACFE, the Director General of the Bureau of Public Procurement, to please come deliver his welcome address. DG, sir.
Good morning, His Excellency, the Vice President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by my own very good senior brother, the Deputy Chief of Staff to Mr. President, and a distinguished Senator of Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Honorable Minister for Finance, ably represented by the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Finance, my own former past DG of Bureau of Public Procurement, Engineer Emeka Eze, representatives of the World Bank here present. In the usual manner, let me avoid all the other protocols. However, let me also acknowledge the presence of my colleagues, the various DGs across the Federation, particularly one of my running mates, my own dear sister, the DG of NIMSI, and my other sister too, DG of Niger Delta Power Company. Permit me to just acknowledge as well my colleagues at the Bureau of Public Procurement, the procurement officers nationwide across the 3 tiers of government that we duly represent here, and the most important set of people this morning, the over 2,100 procurement officers certified nationwide. Our other distinguished invited guests, members of the press, our colleagues from the military and paramilitary sector, I duly recognize you this morning. If I have not called your name, I can't miss it. My very good colleagues from the 6 centers of excellence, Federal University of Technology, Owerri, Federal University of Agriculture, Joseph Taka University, University of Lagos, University of Benin, ATBU Bauchi, and as well as UNIBEN. And fundamentally, allow me to also acknowledge my national coordinator of this program, ably represented by our coordinator, Dr. Joshua Attack, who is our national coordinator of this program, and all other personnel here this morning. You are all welcome. I am delighted to welcome you to the NPC Certification Convocation, a program implemented by the Bureau of Public Procurement under the Sustainable Procurement, Environment, and Social Standard Enhancement Program, being supported by the World Bank. Permit me to acknowledge the role of the entire World Bank team, World Bank group from Washington. About 10 of them are here this morning. Again, at this junction, allow me also to recognize the distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Senate Committee on Public Procurement here present. Good morning, sir. Over the years, there has been past attempts at professionalization of procurement practices in Nigeria. In 2001, the federal government of Nigeria implemented the World Bank Country Procurement Assessment Report with the setting up of the Budget Monitoring and Price Intelligence Unit, BMPIU. In 2005, the procurement cadre was established with procurement consultants given the opportunity to convert to the procurement cadre, while the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation solicited for civil servants' conversion to the procurement cadre. In 2007, the Public Procurement Bill was signed into law, and Bureau of Public Procurement was established, and the population of procurement commenced by BPP with capacity building. There are other attempts, including the reformation of procurement cadre with ad hoc capacity building, including the conversion and induction program that commenced in 2008. The final of such instances was in 2019 and 2020 under the ILI University of Benin Capacity Program supported by PTDF and the use of BPP conversion program. However, all these various attempts did not solve the identified problems in procurement, such as weak performance of public procurement system due to mainly to lack of professionalization of the procurement functions, no structured and harmonized capacity building program for procurement professionals, lack of adequate procurement capacity due to absence of capacity development strategy. Lastly, inadequate critical skills preventing reform and modernization of procurement in Nigeria. Therefore, in 2020, the federal government of Nigeria, with the support of the World Bank, designed a national program on sustainable procurement, environment, and social standard enhancement projects. The program's objective is to enhance sustainable capacity in the management of procurement, environmental and social standards in the public and private sectors. SPESSE program is designed to integrate procurement, environment, and social standards professionalization within the public and private sector, while we will enhance sustainable development and value for money in public expenditure. As a player in the implementation program, the Bureau of Public Procurement set the pace by launching the Nigerian Procurement Certification Program, which served as the special purpose vehicle for implementing the capacity program and professionalization of procurement in Nigeria. This program is an online training platform where procurement officers are trained and their job set skills are improved across critical procurement areas that impact positively on the public procurement execution. In addition, the program also ensures procurement officers are equipped with necessary skills that support various reforms and policies being implemented by His Excellency, the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria under the Renewed Hope agenda, such as the implementation of the Nigerian First policy to promote local production and content, affirmative procurement policy for women, youths, SMEs, the department framework, and which holds accountable contractors who do bad job, and as well as price intelligence and benchmarking system. Ladies and gentlemen, may I wish to inform you, only a few days ago, His Excellency, the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, approved the full deployment of community-based public procurement for our nation. and I think he deserves a round of applause. Distinguished participants, let me use this junction to assure every participant and all government officials that the federal government, under His Excellency the President of this Federation, and under, as well, in support of His Excellency, the Vice President of this nation, that BPP has enjoyed have enjoyed clear support in implementation of the procurement reforms in Nigeria. BPP voice is louder now in the implementation of government activities. Permit me to say in the history of this country that BPP is able to provide His Excellencies professional advices in implementation of its renewed hope agenda. Only in 1 year, the BPP, through President's support, has been able to save government at least 1.1 trillion naira in a single year. The program, which was launched in April 2025, has trained, as at today, 2,075 officers, only within 6 months. Currently, the program has 6,500 who are already undergoing this training and are due to be certified before the end of this year. I want to sincerely extend my appreciation again and again to Mr. President for the support he has given to this program. In December last year, the Federal Executive Council approved an extension of this program by providing additional financing as a result of Mr. President's commitment to the success of this program. This is an evidence that federal government has put in place mechanisms to reduce corruption and prevent access to funds that are meant for development of this country. In conclusion, I want to assure our participants who are being given this honor today to realize that failure to help government to deliver on these projects will not be taken for granted. Your ethical practices are now more demanded than ever before. You are now given the mandate to ensure every kobo spent by Nigerian government is well accounted for. I would like to congratulate you and to wish our participants a fruitful years of service to our great nation. To all of you who are here today, we want to say a big thank you. For those of you who have impacted in our lives, I want to say a big thank you to all of you. I want to say thank you. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless the President of Nigeria. God bless the Vice President of Nigeria. And God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, DG. Thank you for the good work you continue to do. For putting this initiative, and of course, giving us what you could call a very detailed speech, I think he deserves a big round of applause. Indeed, according to Andres Schroeder, a governance and accountability scholar, he said accountability in procurement is accountability to its citizens. Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, sir, ably presented by our very highly revered Dicos. With your kind permission, Your Excellency, sir, permit me to recognize distinguished Senator Olajide Epin-Sagba. He is the Chairman, Senate Committee on Public Procurement. Distinguished, you're most highly welcome, sir. Mine, in the same vein too, recognize Ambassador Ahmed Dunoma. He is the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, PAMSEC. You're also highly welcome, sir. Husseini Ishak Magaji, SAN, SAN, the Registrar General of the Corporate Affairs Commission, is also here present with us, ably presented by Dema Anga, the Director of Special Duties. We'll take we'll continue to take the list of our invited guests as time permits, but we must get back to the business of the day. Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, sir, with your kind permission, may I now invite Dr. Joshua Atta. He's the National Project Coordinator for this beautiful initiative, and he's coming to make a presentation to us. Dr. Sir. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, the Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, represented by the Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Finance, the DG of the Bureau of Public Procurement. Let me also recognize the presence of the Chairman Senate Committee on Public Procurement and other members of the National Assembly here present. I would also like to recognize the first Director General of the BPP, Engineer Emeka Eze, and seated by his side is the first tax team lead of the SPESSE project. In fact, we call him the father of SPESSE, Chief Bayo Awosemusi. The DG NIMSI, and also my brother who I haven't seen for a very long time, Dr. Vincent Olatunji. You are welcome, sir. Let me also recognize other distinguished excellencies and participants who are here, and specifically to also recognize our major funder for this program, the World Bank, the country director of the World Bank for Nigeria, as well as the tax team for this program in the World Bank. We also have distinguished leaders of the program who are joining us from Washington, D.C. Hiba is here, Nazanin is here, and all other distinguished participants who are joining us from the bank, as well as our colleagues from the various universities and the centers of excellence that are part of this program. It is indeed an honor for me to address you today as we celebrate this significant milestone achieved by the project and specifically achieved by the Bureau of Public Procurement in its effort to deepen and sustain procurement reforms in Nigeria. This inaugural convocation of candidates certified through the National Procurement Certification Program marks a historic step toward strengthening professionalism, transparency, and accountability in public procurement. It also highlights the shared commitment of the government and stakeholders to achieving the Sustainable Procurement, Environmental and Social Standards Enhancement Project's goal of building lasting institutional capacity and a skilled workforce to support efficient service delivery and national development. My brief remarks today, which, as indicated in the program, is on the history and impact of the SPESSE project in Nigeria, will essentially tell us about the journey so far and the progress that we have made in the last few years. SPESSE, like we all now know, is a federal government of Nigerian project. There's usually this misconception to say it's a World Bank project. It's a World Bank supported program for the government of Nigeria. The journey began as far back as in 2018, following several years of stakeholders' concern about the shortage of skilled professionals in specific areas. Recognizing this inadequacy of skilled professionals to effectively manage procurement, environmental and social standards in both public and private sectors in Nigeria, and the lack of academic programs in our universities, as well as the curricula in these fields within the Nigerian university system, the federal government sought the support of the World Bank in developing a more sustainable approach to capacity building in these three thematic areas. The outcome of this engagement is what we are celebrating today, which is the SPESSE project. And it is a program specifically designed to build the requisite capacity and embed sustainable procurement, environmental and social standards in our systems through a strong university-based platform. The SPESSE project was approved by the World Bank Board on the 18th of February 2020. It became effective on 17th of March 2021 and was formally launched on the 28th of October 2021. However, due to a number of bureaucratic bottlenecks, the project did not become disbursement effective until in January 2022, when the first tranche of funds was released. The project was designed around two distinct yet complementary components. Component one provides technical assistance to the implementing agencies, including the Bureau of Public Procurement, the Federal Ministry of Environment, and the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs, to enable them manage a professional certification scheme that grants recognition to practitioners in the three broad fields of procurement, environmental standards, and social standards. While component two focuses on the establishment and operation of 6 centers of excellence in 6 federal universities distributed across our 6 geopolitical zones. And that is why we have a center in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. A center is in Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi. We have one in Federal University of Agriculture, Makurdi, one in University of Benin, University of Lagos, and Federal University of Technology, Owerri. So we have 6 of them in this first phase of the project. Together, these 2 broad components support the development and implementation of PES capacity building plans and the creation of certification schemes aligned with global standards. Of course, following a rigorous and competitive process involving all the federal universities at that time, we arrived at these 6 universities mentioned earlier. And in line with the project design, these centers launched programs across 5 main tracks, which are as follows. Track A is executive short courses. Track B, advanced certificate programs. Track C, postgraduate diploma. Track D, master's degree. And track E, which is the 4-year bachelor's degree program running in these universities. The design of these programs allowed for flexibility, enabling working professionals and public officers to acquire new competencies without disrupting their careers. Since these fields are now new and emerging within the Nigerian university system, the National Universities Commission, in accordance with its statutory mandate, developed and approved curricula for postgraduate diploma, master's degree, and the bachelor's degree programs across the 3 main disciplines. This initiative established structured academic pathways aligned with international standards and ensured that Nigerian universities can consistently produce graduates with globally relevant skills. It also serves as a key sustainability factor, as these programs are now well established and managed by dedicated academic units within the universities. The NUC has also informed the relevant agencies, such as JAMB and the NYSC, to facilitate proper admission channels and ensure that students are mobilized for NYSC upon completion of their programs. Currently, professional certification is managed by the 3 implementing agencies: BPP, Federal Ministry of Environment, and Federal Ministry of Women Affairs. And so what that implies is that upon graduation, the students can submit themselves to, depending on the program you studied, you can go to BPP or Ministry of Environment or Women Affairs to be licensed or certified to practice as a professional in any of these disciplines. So this essentially completes the circle from the admission for our young school leavers from secondary school, the admission cycle, all the way to the graduation and up to the point of professional practice, so that they can have a career that is recognized by all the relevant agencies. Additionally, I want to thank the Head of Civil Service of the Federation for the cooperation that we received in this program by identifying and also creating specific cadre within the public service for graduates of these three disciplines, thereby providing them with a clear path in public service. We know that we already have people who are recognized as procurement professionals. Also, for the environmental standards, there are cadres that they can fit in, so also the social standards. And very soon, when we begin to have people coming out of the universities with bachelor's degrees in these areas, they can be recruited into the public service and take their entire career in each of these broad disciplines. By December 2025, just about a month ago, the 6 SPESSE Centers of Excellence had trained a total of 40,914 candidates across tracks A, B, and C in the 3 broad disciplines. A large proportion of these trainees were in procurement-related programs, so we must also thank our colleagues in this sector. Again, this also highlights the increasing demand for professional certification and skills in this vital area of public service. And we also do know that our development partners are very keen and very interested in this, because they have also been saying that there are skills shortages. They've been looking for people to recruit as maybe procurement officers in the World Bank, for example. They're struggling to find qualified candidates, and it's so across all the multilaterals. So it's not just in the public service. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings me to the role of the BPP, the Federal Ministry of Environment and the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs in this project. While the Centers of Excellence are responsible for training and producing graduates across the 5 tracks, these implementing agencies are charged with the responsibility of authenticating and certifying these candidates in line with international best practices. In fulfillment of this mandate, the BPP launched the NPCP on 30th of April 2025, a clear demonstration of the Bureau's leadership and commitment to sustaining the objectives of the SPESSE project. So we must thank the BPP for showing leadership. Let me also commend my brother, the DG of BPP, Dr. Adebowale Adedokun, for championing the cause of SPESSE and leading from the front. And we are not surprised, because we're all in the game together right from the design of the project. And we are lucky that he eventually became the DG of BPP. And he has his leg fully on the pedal, on the throttle. And that is why we're having a lot of milestones to celebrate. I thank you, DG. We're also aware of the other things you are doing in BPP. It is not my responsibility to announce them, but we're aware of the revolution currently underway in BPP. All I can say is God bless you. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the achievements of SPESSE go well beyond numbers. Today, all 6 Centers of Excellence and implementing agencies are fully operational, delivering training and certification at scale. Short and advanced certificate courses, as well as postgraduate diplomas, have been successfully rolled out nationwide, offering demand-driven and practice-oriented learning opportunities. At the academic level, structured degree pathways are now firmly embedded within the university system. Importantly, SPESSE has prioritized inclusion. Today, about 40% of the trained beneficiaries are women. are showing deliberate efforts to promote gender balance in traditionally male-dominated fields. Dedicated resources have also been allocated to support women and vulnerable groups, reinforcing the project's social inclusion objectives. The Centers of Excellence have demonstrated adaptability and relevance by designing courses tailored to specific national and regional needs. They have built and enhanced strategic partnerships with ministries, departments, and agencies, the private sector, and professional organizations, especially in areas like internships, industrial attachment, and applied research, to better connect theory with practice. So this is not just going to be another program running in the university. There is a clear distinction on what we want to achieve and how this is going to make impact. They have expanded their international collaborations, which boost internationalization and visibility for these universities, thereby helping in improving their global ranking. For example, some of these universities now have enrolled foreign students, what is not very common these days in our universities. So we have students coming from outside of Nigeria coming to enroll in this program because it is unique and it's not available anywhere in Africa, for example. Efforts are still being made by other countries to copy what we are doing. Again, the 6 universities have at some point sent some of their students outside of the country for short-term studies. So it's not just about locking them up in classrooms in Nigeria. They are also sending students on short-term programs to other countries to also learn what is going on there. The same is happening even among the staff. And I think that within the Nigerian university system today, in the recent past, let's say in the last 3 to 4 years, the people that have really participated in international training programs, you can't find them apart from those in these 6 centers of excellence. I must admit that this project implementation has not been without challenges. Initial delays in disbursement, procedural bottlenecks, disruption from industrial actions, as well as the global COVID-19 pandemic actually affected our timelines and delivery. Additional hurdles included securing internship placements, attracting regional and international students, and deploying digital learning infrastructure at scale. However, these obstacles also strengthened the project's resilience, leading to innovation, expanded online delivery, and adaptive implementation strategies. From inception, SPESSE was designed with sustainability in mind. All programs offered by the Centers of Excellence are fully aligned with national systems approved by the NUC, listed on the Central Admission Processing System of JAMB, and recognized by the National Youth Service Corps, thereby ensuring that institutional legitimacy and continuity beyond the life of the project is guaranteed. So it's not just going to be another World Bank-supported project that will fizzle out. We're entrenching it within our existing national structures so that upon the closure of the project or withdrawal of the support of the World Bank, the program will continue to run. BPP is doing the same because what we are launching today is not necessarily a requirement of the World Bank supported program, but an initiative of the BPP to entrench these into our national system so that it can continue to run even beyond the lifespan of SPESSE as a World Bank supported project. Today, we are pleased to note that several centers of excellence have progressed further, evolving into fully fledged institutes, while others have commenced PhD programs, completing the pipeline from short professional courses to doctoral training. We have candidates who are enrolled for PhD as we speak. And this PhD program, although it's outside the scope of SPESSE as a project, because the World Bank is not supporting this aspect. But we agree that for the sake of sustainability, launching of the PhD programs is a factor that we must give recognition to because of the need to produce the teachers of the future. So as I round up, I would like to say that Nigeria is showing leadership. And everything that this current administration represents, we are watching carefully and aligning ourselves to make sure that our programs are sustainable, they are transparent, and that will give opportunity to every stakeholder, irrespective of gender and social status, to be part of what we do. As we look beyond June 2026, when the program will close, we hope that we'll have a lot to report over time. So on behalf of the SPESSE project, I want to thank the federal government of Nigeria, who first and foremost gave us the opportunity to manage this program. Also thank the BPP and other partners for the effort that you are making. Together, we are not merely implementing a project, we are building a lasting legacy for procurement reform, environmental sustainability, and social inclusion in Nigeria. I thank you all.
Thank you so much, Doctor. We do appreciate your interventions. Please, I think we should encourage him once more. Thank you. Just as we've had the Senate Committee Chairman on Public Procurement, also with us, Your Excellency, this morning is the House of Representatives Committee Chairman on Public Procurement in the House of Representatives. I'd like to personally welcome a very good friend of ours, Right Honorable Yume Idem, PhD. Honorable Sir, thank you for joining us. The Senate Committee Chairman is present. The House of Reps Committee Chairman is present. Speaks a lot. Of course, too, in our very presence here, too, is the Accountant General Federation, in the person of Shashuddin Babatunde Ogunjimi, Accountant General. Sir, you're most welcome, too. Architect Sonia Echeno, the Executive Secretary of TED Fund, too, recognize your highly esteemed presence, sir. Thank you for joining us. The World Bank says efficient public procurement is essential for the delivery of public services and development outcomes. I didn't say this. It is the position of the World Bank. Your Excellency, Mr. President, ably represented by DICOS, please join me now in welcoming the World Bank Director and Chief Procurement Officer, Ms. Hiba Tabub, to come give her own special remark. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. What an honor to be in this event. Your Excellencies, honorable participants, dignitaries, and as they say in Nigeria, all protocol observed. and the dear graduates that we are all here to celebrate you. So we have heard from our Nigerian counterparts and colleagues and partners, and we see the level of representation that the government is putting to show how important this event is. But I want to confirm to you that from our side also, this is a very important event. Joining us not only managers from the World Bank that are joining this event, but our Vice President, Galina Vincelet, has joined us to share with us her insights and her commitment for us and for you to Nigeria. She will come and tell you some of her thoughts about how she thinks the bank can help and contribute. So I want to tell you that the World Bank is as committed as your leadership, as your public procurement authority in making this happen. And for me, it's really a full circle. I cannot believe that 6 years ago only, this was an idea. Chief Bayo is here, and some of my colleagues from Nigeria office back then are still here, where we started thinking, okay, a country like Nigeria with such huge economy, we really need to make the best value for money that is spent through public procurement. And for that, no golden standards are enough. No complete and comprehensive procedures are enough. Really, the people who understand and who implement these procedures and these rules are the most important ones. And since then, the idea became now materialized and became an event. And we heard from Dr. Atta, where he was 6 years ago partner in crime with us. It's so great to see all that. So really, it's a full circle for all of us. To stand here today, really, and to see this early vision transformed into structured certification at the institutional level, and the national governments is recognized the profession, brings me great pleasure to see how the procurement function is moving. This is not important only in Nigeria. It's important globally, how the procurement function will move from administrative and compliance into a function that really core in development, core in achieving economic growth. And with that, you, the graduates, are the ones really that will make that happen. No golden rules or perfect procedures will make that happen. So I was given 5 minutes to speak, although I want to talk about the whole history and what I would like to see and how this Nigeria experience can be replicated. This is a huge success story for the procurement function, not only in Nigeria, but globally, how we can maintain and stay on trend on what is the procurement function and how the procurement function is moving along, whether in the way you organize yourselves with specialized courses or complete bachelor degree or master's degree. I think there are a lot to learn, not only in Nigeria to build on this, but also across the world. And we look forward to partnering with our colleagues in the public procurement authorities and with national universities. One of the biggest successes that we have here, which we heard before from other speakers, really this is sustainable capacity building. This is the big success of this program, is having it partnering with public institutions. So it becomes and grows organically in the system, where the system can provide these professionals that can support the economy, public procurement, and World Bank projects. We look forward to see many of you come to work with us as well. So today for the graduates, this is not the end. This is actually the beginning for you this is beginning to take responsibilities and to stay curious and stay informed. The beginning is really how to practice what was learned. Like all of us, no better knowledge gained beyond hands-on and doing it and rolling the sleeves out. So with that, I would like to wish you best of luck and thank you again for inviting me to this very special event to my heart and to us in the bank. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, ma'am. Thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the strength you give to Nigerian economy and Nigerian nation. Please, may we please recognize and appreciate her once more. Thank you. The World Bank came with some really super support this morning. So it's not just her, that will be speaking to us this morning from the World Bank. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I then, for reinforcement, invite Ms. Galina Andronova Vicelet. She's the World Bank Vice President, Operations, Policy, and Country Services. Please, may we welcome her to make our brief remark. Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, and it is truly with a great pleasure that I'm here today, and I would like to recognize, following Kiba's excellent speech, all excellencies, honorable ministers, permanent secretaries, government representatives, government officials, and the DG for the Bureau of Public Procurement, all senior government officials, but most importantly, all of you graduates of this first cohort of the program. So welcome, and with this, really pleased to be here this morning. It is a true honor, indeed, to personally witness where we are after 6 years of nurturing this program. The moment is not only a celebration of progress achieved, but also a reaffirmation of our shared commitment to sustainable development and professional excellence. To all of you graduates, first cohort of graduates, today represents a landmark. It's a landmark achievement, not only for each of you on a personal and professional level as newly certified professionals, but also for the procurement profession in Nigeria as a whole. This inaugural convocation is more than a ceremonial gathering. It signals the dawn of a new era defined by competence, integrity, transparency, and excellence. By successfully completing this certification program, you have demonstrated steadfast dedication and commitment to professional achievement, ethical service, and the broader cause of national development for your country. Congratulations to that, and best of luck in your new endeavors. Over the past decades, Nigeria has steadily advanced towards building a modern, transparent, and professional public procurement system. And with the project support by the World Bank, this is the Sustainable Procurement, Environmental and Social Standards Enhancement Project. It's a mouthful, I know. The World Bank Group is pleased to become a partner as well, a part of a journey to develop a skilled procurement workforce, strengthen institutions, and enhance procurement performance and accountability in Nigeria. Currently, we heard how many initiatives are ongoing, and the DG shared with us his vision of bringing the profession even further, but I would like to draw your attention on 3 of those. Capacity building programs delivered across 6 federal universities, offering 5 academic tracks that span procurement, environmental, and social standards. We heard, and I also see on the banner here, that over 40,000 participants have completed these programs, making the world's first integrated approach to developing expertise in these 3 interconnected areas. Congratulations to that. The second aspect I wanted to highlight is the Nigeria Procurement Certification Program. To date, over 2,000, to be precise, 2,075 professionals have been certified across 3 tiers, establishing a benchmark for competence and professionalism. Congratulations to this achievement as well. Last but not least, e-procurement pilots. Being introduced in 15 major and high-spending MDAs, e-procurement is designed to foster competition, efficiency, and transparency while minimizing human interference and improving data quality and accessibility. These are all embedded in procurement, in the gold standard procurement principles that Hiba referred to. With today's inaugural convocation, we look forward to a future marked by stronger performance in the procurement system, greater value for money in budget implementation, and a significant reduction in procurement-related systemic challenges in Nigeria. It's truly a remarkable achievement and a very important step forward. About our partnership with Nigeria on procurement. The World Bank has consistently supported Nigeria's effort to strengthen its procurement institutions and system, recognizing that a robust procurement framework is essential for development. Such systems ensure efficient resource utilization, curb wastes, and enable the efficient delivery of infrastructure and services. In other words, procurement is essential for development. From the country procurement assessment almost 30 years ago, in 1999, through the enhancement of the Public Procurement Act and the establishment of Bureau of Public Procurement in 2007, to today's ongoing activities and today's event, the certification program, piloting of e-procurement, the bank's support and partnership with Nigeria in this area has and will remain unwavering. Let me reaffirm again, we at the World Bank stand committed to walking alongside the government and people of Nigeria as you continue this journey of renewal and transformation, as continue this journey of making public procurement cornerstone of your development program. With this, thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing the successes this program brings. Thank you so much as well.
Thank you so much. We deeply appreciate it. I think she deserves a big, big round of applause. You know, Excellency Mr. Vice President, ably represented by the deacons, you know, we can speak all the big, big grammars here and formulate all the most of beautiful policies that we can. But if the National Assembly does not give its bite and support, it will just be an exercise in futility, or at best an academic exercise. How much more, or how more can we appreciate the very esteemed presence of the Senate Committee Chairman on Procurement and his counterpart in the House of Representatives. Actions, they say, speak louder than words. Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, with your kind permission, may I just quickly call upon the Chairman, Senate Committee on Public Procurement, Senator Olajide Eping-Sagba, to please just come say some few words of encouragement to us. Distinguished Senator, sir, please a round of applause for him.
Good morning. I have to stand on the existing protocols. As earlier said by one of our participants, I am deeply honored to address this district gathering on the inaugural convocation ceremony of the Nigerian Procurement Certification Program, MPCP, implemented under the federal government and World Bank funded Sustainable Program, Environmental, Social Standard, and Entrepreneurial Project. Let me begin by extending my warm greetings to His Excellency, Senator Bola Ashwaju Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, my distinguished colleagues in the National Assembly, the honorable ministers, head of ministry, departments and agencies, the Director General and the management of the BPP, officials of the World Bank and other development members of the academia, procurement professionals, ladies and gentlemen. I respect special congratulations to the graduating participants of the Nigerian Procurement Certification Program. Today, you stand at the first set of certified professionals under this important national initiative, and you are making history. Today's convocation is more than a ceremonial milestone. It is a powerful statement of intent. It underscores Nigerian firm resolve to transform public procurement from a routine administrative function into a strategic governance tool anchored on competence, integrity, and global best practices. The theme of this event, transforming public procurement through competence and certification, aptly captures the vision behind the MPCP. Public procurements account for a significant proportion of government expedition and remain one of the most critical instruments of national development. When effectively managed, it delivers value for money, strengthens public trust, promotes economic growth, safeguards the environment, and advances social inclusion. Conversely, weak procurement system undermines service delivery and public confidence. The Nigerian Procurement Certification Program directly addresses the long-standing challenge of the capacity gaps in public procurement. Certification goes beyond academic attainment. It ensures standardization of skills, ethical orientation, and professional accountability. It guarantees that procurement officers and practitioners are adequately equipped to manage public resources prudently and transparently. Through the SPESSE project, Nigeria has taken a commendable step by embedding environmental and social standards into procurement processes. This aligns with our national procurement framework with international best practices where sustainability, resilience, and social responsibility are integral to public spending decisions. As a chairman of the Senate Committee on Public Procurement, I wish to reaffirm that unwavering commitments of the National Assembly to strengthening procurement governance in Nigeria, legislative oversight, institutional reforms, and capacity building are complementary pillars of effective public financial management. The Senate will continue to support initiatives that promote professionalism, enforce compliance with the Public Procurement Act, and strengthen the institutional capacity of the PPP and other oversight agencies. We are convinced that the future of public procurement in Nigeria lies in continuous training, certification, and ethical discipline. Programs such as the MPCP must therefore be sustained, expanded, and institutionalized across all tiers of government. To the graduates, your certifications confers both privilege and responsibility. You are now ambassadors of competence, transparency, and integrity. I urge you to apply your knowledge with professionalism, uphold the highest ethical standard, and always prioritize the public interest. Your conduct will define the credibility and long-term success of this program. I commend the PPP, the SPESSE project implementation team, partner institutions, facilitators, and all stakeholders who, for their dedication and collaborative efforts in making this program a success. You have laid a solid foundation for a more transparent, accountable, and sustainable procurement system in Nigeria. In conclusion, this inaugural convocation marks the beginning of transformative journey. By investing in competence and certification, Nigeria is positioning public procurement as a catalyst to sustainable development, institutional credibility, and national progress. I thank you all for your attention.
Thank you so much, distinguished Senator. Please, may we give him a round of applause, please. Thank you so much. Just 3 weeks ago, or like a month ago or thereabout, I was in the village of this honorable member of the House of Representatives in his village. And firsthand, we saw him empower over 1,000 youths in his village, you know, and he's not relenting. So I guess, please, he deserves a round of applause. Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, the House Committee Chairman on Procurement, Honorable, sorry about that, Honorable Oyime Ibem, PhD. Honorable Sir, please a round of applause as he comes off stage.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented here by the Deputy Chief of Staff, Office of the President. Honorable Ministers here present, my counterpart in the Senate, Chairman Senate Committee on Public Procurement, Permanent Secretary here present, heads of other agencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to join you on this historic occasion, the inaugural convocation ceremony of the Nigerian Procurement Certification Program under the federal government/World Bank funded Sustainable Procurement, Environmental and Social Standard Enhancement SPESSE projects. Today, we are here to celebrate 2,075 procurement officers who successfully completed their training and earned certification in 2025. This achievement speaks to your dedication, professionalism, and readiness to uphold the highest standard of public service. The theme of this convocation, Transforming Public Procurement Through Competence and Certification, captures the reform journey we are committed to as a nation. Public procurement sits at the heart of governance when it is driven by competence and integrity and global best practices. It delivers values for money, strengthens public trust, and advances sustainable development. The House of Representatives Committee on Public Procurement strongly supports initiatives that professionalize procurement, embed environmental and social safeguards, and align Nigeria with international standards. This program is a clear demonstration of what effective collaboration between government and development partners can achieve. Let me commend the federal government for providing financing for the project and the Federal Executive Council, the BPP for seeing this through and for organizing this public dialogue session, the World Bank program manager to deploy the knowledge you have gained with the highest level of professionalism, integrity, courage, transparency, and patriotism in the service of our nation. Let me quickly remind the BPP to send a bill to the 10th House of Representatives for the amendment of the 2007 Procurement Act. The amendment is necessary and it is overdue. The amendment, when done, will correct certain abnormalities in the Act and make provision for relevant policies that the Bureau needs to operate effectively in line with global best practices. On behalf of the House of Representatives Committee on Public Procurement, I congratulate you all and wish you success as you contribute to more efficient, accountable, and sustainable public procurement system in Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Time, so please let's do that as quickly as possible. I worked with her in preparing for this program. Oh my, she presses one's neck. Please, a round of applause for Dr. Ofion, please.
Good afternoon, His Excellency, the Vice President of the country, our great country, Nigeria, ably represented by DICOS. Good afternoon, all other dignitaries. I choose to stand on already existing protocols. On this auspicious day, we are here not only to talk about the convocation, but also to hear. Strategic communication demands that we hear what is being said without it being spoken only. But today, we want to hear what is also being spoken. We have, in the past couple of years, worked around the SPESSE project to the intent that we are able to enable a system of capacity that aligns with the priorities of government that are imperative for sustainable economic development. Today, you'll be hearing the voice of beneficiaries. Beneficiaries that have passed through the system for capacity to build their competence, their skills, and give them what it takes to enable the alignment and synchronization that is required for sustainable development. That will enable a system of budgetary appropriations that are keyed to the thematic areas of government that require that level of detail and attention for our great country, Nigeria. So join me as we introduce the voice of the beneficiaries, where you'll be hearing not only what they learned, not only what they were taught, but also what is impacting the profession as they get back into the system. How does this translate into outcomes? Not only the outputs, but the outcomes that are the core fundamentals of the SPESSE project. Permit me to yield the floor to this exciting video that will enable you understand the strategic thinking behind the SPESSE project, the why of the SPESSE project, the how of the SPESSE project, the who, the where, the when. Thank you, and God bless you.
MPCP program is an achievement for the procurement in Nigeria because it trained a lot of officers from various ministries, departments, and agencies. They are well equipped now. Some people were only procurement officers by name, but after the MPCP program, they realized their potentials in the ethics and also proceedings that has to do with procurement.
This platform is going to help a lot of procurement officers to understand procurement more because it brings out a lot of cases, even World Bank cases and all that. So it helps us to know the standard of procurement all over the world, especially the SPESSE program, that's the Sustainable Procurement, Environmental and Social Standard.
All those models, if well adopted, would enhance my procurement practice in terms of bid opening, procurement planning, supplier relationship management, and the most important thing is it's translating to cost-cutting measures by public procurement officers practicing the right thing and cutting costs.
With the incoming of the MPCP, It has broadened the horizons of most procurement officers. It has created efficiency, transparency, and accountability in the procurement department, all across levels and all across boards. So that has really helped a great deal.
It actually professionalized procurement function by equipping me with knowledge, in-depth knowledge of the Public Procurement Act, procurement regulations, and reforms, and also the standard bidding documents.
It's all about global best practices, and that has come to stay with the MPCP. We know we can't run away from it at this point in time, knowing fully well that we're going to be at par with the world as a whole. Now it is eminent that we have to, improve on our skills, which is something that MPCP brought on board for us, and we're working with it. And truly, it has helped us in our day-to-day procurement work and output.
Everything we've learned at the MPCP program helps bolster the economy of our country. The categorization of contractors according to the 4 echelons using the CrowdJig tool, the critical suppliers, the low-risk suppliers, and planning using that CrowdJig model in the long term to help increase efficacy of the budgetary allocation given by the appropriation and cut costs and reduce waste to help the economy and boost Mr. President's renewed hope agenda.
The Nigeria Procurement Certification Program is what every procurement officer practicing in Nigeria should be part of, because there are a lot of things you will learn from there. Because even before I took that exam, I had done a PhD in procurement, but when I went there were a lot of things I came across that I didn't come across when I did my PhD.
The entire program was very positive, well coordinated. It promotes consistency in decision-making across procurement officers within MDAs.
The knowledge I've gained, I will apply it in the area of procurement planning, and also when it comes to sourcing. I will also apply it when it comes to tender evaluation, even when it comes to selecting of contractors and also award of contracts, and also in management of the contracts.
With all thanks to the President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has made this possible for us and has made the procurement processes seamless, transparent and efficient, more efficient right now, because now you can get your output within 24 hours, unlike prior to this time where you might spend days and weeks trying to put things together. But with the efficiency that the MPCP came with, we're all good to go.
Yes, I think this is so beautiful. Please, let's keep the hands rolling. Let's keep the hands rolling. A round of applause for this concept. Thank you so much. We're getting there right now. I think it's about getting to the very high point of this occasion, just before we have the Vice President be represented, give his speech, finally drawing the curtains for the event. May I now invite the Director General, please, DG sir. This is the moment we've all been waiting for, moment for you to come to the presentations. We'll have 2 events, the Scroll of Competence Digital Unveiling, and of course the symbolic certificate presentation by the DG BPP to TS representatives. Please, DG, come forward, and this is going to be the high point. This is going to be an event, so you lead us in this session. DG, sir.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, I know you are pressed by time. I would like to make this very simple. Straight ahead, there are 2 categories of awardees, like you have heard. Your Excellency, we have honorary awards that we would like to mention to you, because the #1 reformer of the procurement reform in this country happened to be the President himself, ably supported by His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I would like to invite the decors to come forward, and our honorable member, Chairman, House Committee on Public Procurement, our practice manager to please join me on the high table for the presentation of the certificates, honorary certificate to His Excellency, the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Why this is symbolic is basically because there's no procurement reform that can take place without the support of the #1 citizen of the country. And in the last couple of years, we have experienced what I called total support of these two personalities, the President and his assistant, the Vice President of this Federal Republic of Nigeria. Can you please give them a round of applause in this great country? On behalf of the entire procurement family, we would like to present this certificate to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his commitment to procurement reform in Nigeria. I would like Honorable Ude to, hold on, sir, you are in charge. I would like to hand over to Honorable, my chairman, Ude, to please present the certificate of honor to the Vice President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, who has shown total commitment, probity, value for money in procurement reforms in Nigeria. Congratulations. Thank you, Excellency. The other honorary awards, let me openly say to you, will be presented at the Federal Executive Council to members of council after they have gone through their own training. And they have been going through their training in the last couple of, Your Excellency, I'm sure you agree with me, in the last 1 year, I've been providing that training at council, so they automatically qualify for the award, which will be done in line with protocols. As well as the honorable award will also go again at the chambers of the various House of, the Senate and the House of Assembly will be there to, House of Rep, to formally present the certificate to our two chairmen who have done tremendously. That will be done at the right place. And also all the state governors who have shown commitments to procurement reforms in Nigeria will also be giving their awards. All the 36 states regulatory heads who have also shown commitments will be giving their respective award. But to show a sign of commitment to the graduates, we have a couple of them. Your Excellency, it gladdens my heart this afternoon to let you know that this program is being attended or participated by foreigners. We have from China, we have from America, and then from our African countries who have sat and passed this exam online without coming to Nigeria. This is sign. So, Your Excellency, let me invite a couple of Nigerians who are present. These people from abroad are actually watching online as a mark of commitment to this. Let me invite Isaac Adeshino to please come forward. These are people who actually studied through. They represent a percentage of the 2001. Shino Bamayi. Bamayi, are you here? Please come. Bamayi. Joy Afolabi. Follow. Lukman Abubakar Ushishi. Lukman Abubakar. Wait. Honorable Lukman Abubakar Bushishi. Mariam Shehu. Then I have Nicholas Atta. I don't know. Then Nicholas Atta. I also want to have the honors roll. The last one, can I have it? Please. Please, media, can you project the list? The last person is Oluwaseye. Oluwaseye, please. Can we project the list of the graduates? Fellow participants, kindly see the list of the 2,075 who have successfully passed through the first cohort of this program. Tier 1, you will find Tier 2. I would like them to move forward to take a group photograph. Please take note, these are just a few to represent the entire 2,075 of the graduates.
All right, sir, Your Excellency, sir, just a second. We understand that, please, all the participants, may you please stand up and raise your caps up in appreciation and, of course, celebration of Mr. Vice President here. Thank you so much. Thank you. These are all winners, these are all participants, these are all the graduates, Your Excellency, sir. Thank you very, very much for all the support, sir. All right, thank you so much. We'll ask Mr. Vice President to please stay back and take his speech. We wouldn't be bothering him to go down before taking his speech. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, the keynote address to be delivered by His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the DCOS himself, the most distinguished Senator Ibrahim Hassan Hadejia. Mr. Vice President, sir.
Thank you very much, Stanley. The chairman of the Senate Committee on Public Procurement, the chairman of the House Committee on Public Procurement, representatives of ministers who are still here, partners from the World Bank, heads of MDAs that are present, the Director General of the BPP, and most importantly, the graduates for you are the reason why we're all here. I'm here to represent His Excellency the Vice President, who had committed to be here in person, given the importance and seriousness of an event such as this. And like the DG mentioned, he has been a staunch supporter of these BPP reforms, and especially the certification program. And I think even yesterday, the DG was in our office. Unfortunately,
I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up.
Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. For a nation of Nigeria's scale and ambition, the prudent, transparent, and strategic management of public resources is not a technical afterthought. It is the engine room of development under the renewed hope agenda. It shapes the quality of our roads and railways, the resilience of our healthcare system, the reach of our schools and universities, and ultimately the confidence that citizens place in their government. The administration understands that truth clearly, which is why public procurement reform occupies a central place in our government strategy. The Bureau of Public Procurement stands at the heart of this effort, and beyond its regulatory role, the BPP carries a deeper and more enduring responsibility, the cultivation of a professional, ethical, and highly competent procurement workforce. Reform cannot survive on circulars alone. It must be imbibed by the people who understand both the letter and the spirit of the rules, and who are equipped to apply them consistently, courageously, and intelligently. This deliberate shift from policy to practice is how institutions mature and truth is restored, a core objective of the renewed hope agenda. To be clear, policies such as the Nigeria First policy, the affirmative procurement policy for women, youth, and small and medium enterprises, as well as the strengthened debarment regime for non-performing contractors, are not symbolic gestures. They are instruments of economic inclusion, accountability, and national value creation, central to the renewed hope agenda. Yet their success depends entirely on the caliber of professionals entrusted with their implementation. And this is why structured, rigorous capacity development is not optional. It is essential. In particular, the Nigeria First policy has been streamlined into the following 6 sectors for the achievement of immediate benefits: textiles and apparel, automobile, furniture and other related items, energy, information technology, health equipment, roads, and building infrastructure. A revamped national database of consultants and service providers will offer more reliable contractor profiling, performance records and sanctions, and of course, the history. Today, I'm standing before you at the historic convocation ceremony of the inaugural cohort of graduates of the Nigeria Procurement Certification Program under the Sustainable Procurement Environmental and Social Standards Project, filled with a profound sense of duty, optimism, and love for our nation. Not only is the awarding of certificates a significant event, but it also represents a game-changing moment in the institutional evolution of Nigeria and our shared commitment to the development of systems that serve the common good. On this day, we commemorate the 2,100 certified procurement professionals from Nigeria and around the globe. This is far from a trivial accomplishment. It implies that the global community is beginning to have faith in Nigeria's reform endeavors, the program's credibility, and the gravity of its content. The fact that professionals from foreign countries have elected to participate in this inaugural cohort is a clear indication that Nigeria is no longer satisfied with mediocrity in procurement practices, but is instead consciously establishing itself as a benchmark on the continent and beyond. Over the course of many years, procurement in Nigeria was primarily perceived as an administrative necessity, frequently subject to misinterpretation and abuse. Nevertheless, procurement is located at the core of governance, and the manner in which public resources are transformed into roads, hospitals, schools, security infrastructure, and social services is under its control. When procurement fails, development fails. The current administration recognizes this reality and, motivated by its devotion to the nation, has elected to confront it frontally. The procurement profession is now acknowledged as a strategic governance instrument and a multidisciplinary profession as a result of the explicit directive of Mr. President, and now it is recognized as a fundamental factor in the development of economic growth, service delivery, and public trust, rather than a mere clerical function. The BPP has been tasked with the responsibility of modernizing, reforming, and ensuring that Nigeria's procurement regime is in accordance with global standards. This is not a mere slogan. It is a measurable and enforceable national objective. The Director General of the BPP, Dr. Adeboale Adedokun, has taken deliberate and courageous measures to transform policy intent into institutional reality since assuming office. One example of such an initiative is the creation of a national professional procurement registry that is accessible to practitioners in both the public and private sectors. The graduation of the largest formally certified cohort of procurement professionals in our history is another example. No, these accomplishments are not coincidental. Their creation is the result of a steadfast conviction that Nigeria requires superior systems as well as vision and discipline. Additionally, the Nigeria Procurement Certification Program, which is backed by the SPESSE project, has guaranteed that professional training is fully integrated into the provisions of the Public Procurement Act 2007. The participants are now more capable of comprehending and implementing the Nigeria First policy, debarment mechanisms, affirmative procurement, community procurement, sector-based procurement, and the utilization of standard tendering documents. The result has been a substantial increase in efficiency across procurement processes and a reduction in the procurement timelines and costs while strengthening compliance. Above and beyond efficiency, the initiative has improved accountability and transparency. The professionalization of procurement practices reduces discretion, limits exploitation, and reduces the risk of corruption while rebuilding the trust between the government and its citizens. We acknowledge that meaningful reform frequently generates opposition. Detractors capitalize on obscurity and disorder. Standardization, regulations, and professional accountability may cause discomfort for certain individuals. I want to be clear. This administration will not back down in the face of any attempt to undermine or disrupt these reforms. Certification carries repercussions, and in the future, procurement officers will be held to heightened standards, and any procurement failure that results from negligence, ineptitude, or ethical violations will be met with the appropriate sanctions. This is not punitive. It is a corrective measure and is the manner in which nations that are serious conduct themselves. The architecture of this program is particularly noteworthy due to its intentional integration of industry experience and academic excellence. The 6 SPESSE Centers of Excellence, which are situated at the University of Lagos, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Federal University of Technology, Owerri, University of Benin, Federal University of Agriculture, Makurdi, and the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi, collectively constitute a national network of capability. In addition to undergraduate programs, these institutions are also offering doctoral, master's, postgraduate diploma, and executive programs. The initial cohort of undergraduates in sustainable procurement, environmental and social standards will graduate from Nigeria within the next 2 years. This program is also establishing the groundwork for the progressive implementation of the federal government's e-government procurement system. A digital procurement ecosystem can only be successful if the individuals who operate it are ethical, accountable, and fully trained. Subsequently, the intervention we are currently witnessing is not an isolated incident, but a component of a more extensive reform trajectory that will shape Nigeria's procurement practices for decades to come. As a result, I urge all procurement officers in the civil and public service to enroll in the program. Professional proficiency must no longer be optional. In addition, I encourage private sector organizations to enroll their procurement officers in order to capitalize on this certification. State procurement regulatory agencies are required to enhance their collaboration with the BPP in the areas of capacity development, compliance, and audit functions, while professional bodies and associates are encouraged to work closely with the BPP as well. The reform of procurement must be national in scope in order for it to be effective and comprehensive. For their unwavering support, I am profoundly grateful to the World Bank and other developmental partners. Nigeria has been afforded an extraordinarily rare opportunity to establish a national procurement strategy framework for career advancement, issue ethical compliance certifications, intensify public education on procurement law, and establishment of a national register of procurement practitioners via this partnership. All of these are enduring contributions to the institutional fabric of our nation. You are pioneers among the graduates, and you bear a unique obligation to your status as the first group of certified stewards of value for money and custodians of public trust. In classrooms, clinics, markets, and communities throughout the nation, your decisions will have an impact on lives that may not garner headlines, but will be positively felt. So I urge all graduates to let your conscience be guided by your certification. Your practice should be defined by integrity. Your compass should be the loyalty to your profession and your country. Nigeria has opted for professionalism over patronage systems and reform over rhetoric. This decision is indicative of our devotion to our nation and our confidence in our shared future. Today, I extend my congratulations to the Bureau of Public Procurement, the leadership of the SPESSE project, the World Bank, our development partners, and each and every graduate in attendance. This milestone should serve to fortify our institutions, reestablish public trust, and bring Nigeria closer to the nation of our dreams. Thank you all, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you so much, Dikos. On that note, I'd like please a big, big round of applause for Mr. Vice President here. Dikos, sir, we'll ask you to please stay behind so we'll take some pictures so we can round up. May I invite the Director General, sir, Right Honorable them. Please step forward, sir. The World Bank Country Director and Vice President, please. We'll take you first, and then afterwards we'll take our invited guests next. Thank you very, very much. Honorable Madam, thank you for keeping faith with us. Please, thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. May I invite those on the front row, our invited guests? Thank you so much. Thank you. You can still stay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. So right now, we'll just have Mr. Vice President and World Bank Vice President and President. Vice President and Country Director, please stay back, ma'am. Okay. Okay. The DG BPP, please, you also asked to please join. Thank you very much, sir. Okay. Your Excellency, we'll ask you to please do us the honors of snapping with all the graduates, sir. This is historic. Please, just step forward. Just step forward, please. Easy, easy, easy. No, easy. Just take it easy. We'll capture each and every one. Okay? Thank you. Your Excellency, sir.
Built to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. Stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Here with us, all through, each and every one.
And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions.
By your left here. And then all of us, we could go to the room and have our lunch, please. So on this note, we'd like to say special thanks to Mr. Vice President. Here I bring by Mr. Vice President. So on this note, we draw the events to a close this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Thank you for each and everyone that's been. Thank you, Honorable Isime. Thank you for your precious time. We appreciate you. Thank you for each and every one of the organizers. Everyone that put his hand on deck to make sure this event came to a success. We appreciate you. So,
I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up.